Students, neutralization reaction. What is neutralization reaction? About this reaction we have discussed in chapter number 5, our previous chapter. So again we will repeat this topic in explained form. What is neutralization? When acid and base react with each other, then salt and water is formed. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. But we should mention about it that acid and base are taken in aqueous state in this reaction. Okay. Now question is, why is this reaction known as neutralization? Because acid release H plus ion in aqueous state and base release hydroxide ion in aqueous state. Both ion H and OH combine and make H2O, that is water. So this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. This hydrogen ion neutralize hydroxide and hydroxide neutralize hydrogen ion. That's why this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Okay students, now question arises that which type of salt will be formed here? Means what is the nature of this salt in neutralization reaction? So its answer will be that this depends only on acid and base strength. What is the means of strength? Students, if acid is strong, here first condition, we can say this first condition. Okay, here will be three conditions and you will understand about it. If acid is strong and base is also strong, okay, so which type of salt will be formed? Both are strong, so the salt will be neutral. This salt will be neutral salt, means this salt nor acidic nor basic. Okay, so here strong acid, if we take example, then hydrochloric acid is a strong acid. We will take it in aqueous state, and sodium hydroxide will be taken in also aqueous state. So the salt become NaCl, that is sodium chloride with water. So in this reaction, hydrochloric acid release hydrogen ion and sodium hydroxide release hydroxide ion. Here hydroxide ion will be released by sodium hydroxide. This H and this OH combine and make H2O, water. And here sodium is positive ion, chlorine is negative ion. These both ion make sodium chloride. And this sodium chloride salt has pH level 7. Its pH number is 7. And if any solution has 7 number of pH, then it is neutral. And as you know, we eat this is edible salt and it is a neutral salt. Okay, and here both acid and base has equal concentration of hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. So no ion is remain in neutralization. That's why it is neutral salt. Okay students, so is this clear about strong acid and strong base? Now second condition, according to second condition, if acid is strong but base is weak, here if we take strong acid, okay, and weak base is taken weak, so what will be formed? Salt and water will be formed, but this salt become acidic. This salt become acidic salt. Okay, now you can make a hint, anything which is strong, the salt become that type of it. If acid is strong, salt will be acidic. If base is strong, salt will be basic. If both are strong, then salt will be neutral. Okay, so if we take example of hydrochloric acid, before we take example, we should know about its reason, that strong acid and weak base make acidic salt. Now strong acid has hydrogen ion and it will release more hydrogen ion in water, but weak base has less concentration of hydroxide ion this is in less concentration, and hydrogen ion is in higher concentration. So in neutralization, both ions are not equal. Here hydrogen ion is more than hydroxide ion, so hydrogen ion will be remained. This is remaining ion, so the solution become acidic. Okay, so now we can take its example. What is the example? We take strong acid. Strong acid, like again we take hydrochloric acid, and weak base is ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide. Now see, hydrochloric acid will release hydrogen ion and ammonium hydroxide will release hydroxide ion. So one thing is H2O and another thing will be salt. Salt is here ammonium NH4 and chlorine is Cl. So plus minus ion will be NH4Cl with water. And here ammonium chloride is a salt. And the nature of this salt is acidic or basic? This is acidic salt. This is acidic salt. And why? As we have discussed, because acid is strong. This is acidic salt. Which one? Ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride will be acidic salt because base is weak and acid is strong. Okay, and weak base do not completely ionize in water. This is the another reason of this reaction. And strong acid will completely ionize in water. Okay, so strong acid and weak base combine with each other and make a acidic salt. The nature of the salt will be acidic and pH will be 7. Options are 7, less than 7 or more than 7. I'm sure you know it, that the pH level of this solution become less than 7 because all acids has pH level less than 7. This salt is acidic, so the pH will be less than 7. Okay students, now let's take another example. Take condition number 3. What is condition number 3? Now we will take weak acid. If acid is weak but base is strong, so what will be the nature of salt? Now the nature of salt will be basic. Here the salt will be basic salt. Salt will be basic. Why is this so? Weak acid has lower concentration of hydrogen ion and strong base has more concentration of hydrogen ion. This time hydroxide ion. This time hydroxide ion is more than hydrogen ion. So in neutralization reaction it will make water, but the solution of salt has more concentration of hydroxide ion. That's why the salt is basic salt. And the pH of this salt will be more than 7. Now more than 7 because all basic solution has pH level more than 7. Weak acid do not completely ionize in water and strong base completely ionize in water. This is the another reason of this reaction. Now let's take another example. Weak acid and strong base. For weak acid we take acetic acid. And we will take base as sodium hydroxide. Okay, I hope you know its formula. Acetic acid is CH3COOH and sodium hydroxide is NaOH. Okay, now here this acetic acid is acidic in nature, so hydrogen ion will be released from here, and this basic solution release OH ion from here. So the solution becomes CH3COO, and here positive ion is sodium ion plus H and OH make H2O. This is sodium acetate. This is sodium acetate, and sodium acetate is sodium acetate. This salt is basic salt. This time this is basic salt. Why? As we have discussed that if weak acid and strong base react with each other, then the salt become basic because it has more concentration of hydroxide ion. One reason. Second reason, the strong base completely ionize in water and weak acid do not completely ionize in water. This is the another reason. And the solution has more concentration of hydroxide ion, so the salt will be basic in nature. Okay student, so we have discussed about neutralization reaction. Let me repeat it again. In neutralization reaction, acid and base in aqueous state react with each other and make salt with water. Okay. Neutralization reaction is also an exothermic reaction because in this reaction heat energy is also released. So this reaction is also exothermic type. We should know about its three conditions or four conditions, we can say. That if acid and base both are strong, then salt will be neutral. If acid and base both are weak, then salt will be neutral. And this time the pH of salt becomes 7. Now if acid is strong and base is weak, so the salt become acidic. Or if acid is weak but base is strong, then the salt become basic. Okay, so we should remember all these points in neutralization reaction.